It runs well most of the time. It's got mechanical issues and some software issues, but when it does run like it's supposed to, we process about 40 skids an hour on our dual-sided machine when we're running standard and 2C. When we're running priority first class mix, we can do a can about every minute, depending on if it's real small stuff, it takes a little longer. But your normal size priority and first class, we can do about a BMC can every minute on the dumps. And when it works, it's a great machine. Once we get the bugs worked out of it as far as its reliability, I think we've got quite a good machine there. We came up with the employees came up with the name of it, the Animal, because of the amount of mail that it does process and how fast it does it. So we put up a sign with it, and then somebody decided that it was working too hard, so they said, don't feed the animal. And we also, to try to get the people interested in bidding on the jobs and working together and making the machine successful, we made up shirts and handed out to all the crews, and it went over very well.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good.
Tony, John, welcome.
All right.
And thank you for visiting our booth at the Resource Mart. What we have here is a dock safety light detector for the dock operators at the MPA at Indianapolis, Indiana. We've had several accidents since we last visited, and our circles got together and decided we wanted to eliminate all the accidents that we were having and to improve the communications with the dock operators and our MBS drivers. So we got two circles working on this, and this is what they decided to come up with, where we have our dock lights for the inside and outside of our MPA dock. So as you can see here, when the trailer pulls up to the dock, the lights will be red once the door is open on the dock. And once the trailer's been unloaded or loaded, the door will shut, and there's a sensor light will activate the lights on the outside to let the driver know that it's okay. If he gets a green light, then it's okay for him to proceed. Any questions?
So it's got to be green, the same color on both sides, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's good. Good project. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Okay, my name is Gilbert Sandra and Gary P. in DC, and our project has to do with empty equipment. One of our existing conditions was that our AOs would send empty equipment in co-mingled, and we came up with a plan to where they would containerize the trays and tubs and everything in one container. And this is an example of how it would come in, all co-mingled or what have you. And this is the before, and this is the after picture here. And this is our plan right here. Well, you can't see. Excuse me, you know what? Can I start this over? I'm sorry. I just totally lost it right there. If you don't mind. Can I? Okay.
Ready? Take your time.
I'm Gilbert Sanders, Gary P. in DC. And one of our plans were empty equipment coming in, co-mingled, what have you. Junking up our dock, there's no place to move, and affecting the work areas and what have you. So what we did was devise a plan and send it to our SDOs to where they would containerize empty equipment, the tubs, the trays, and whatnot in the same type of container. So when it comes in off the truck, it's unloaded, and we can either recycle it or put it on an empty equipment truck and send it out. So by us doing that, it made our dock less congested. And this is our scale model here. Okay. Any questions?
My name is Dave Riley from South Bend, Indiana, PNDC. Our project had to do with safety, on safety of prepping flats. When we first started, when we got the flat sorter 100, we devised different ways, whether it be prepping on flat tubs or in-house APCs. We decided that just wasn't safe. We were constantly bending over into wire tainers, into gaylords, and into hampers. So what we did is we devised a dumper system which would dump our mail onto the flat prep belt and bring the flats down where we could prep into the ergo carts, making it more safe. Also having the fatigue mats as well for the mail handlers. And what we could do is we could have up to 4 mail handlers prepping at any given time, 2 on each side prepping into the ergo carts. When we did this, we did it for safety purposes, but then we noticed it was a lot more productive and efficient, and with our charts that you can see, we nearly tripled our output as far as productivity by using the flat prep belt.
Get that chart in there.
So, are there any questions, or?
Are you involved in the ergonomic risk reduction program?
No, I am not. No, I'm not.
Are doing that, so it sounds like this would fit in with it very well.
Well, we first started off with safety and just realized after we did the numbers, we nearly tripled our output as far as productivity.
Great, very good. Okay.
But you eliminate all the bending into the hampers too, and that eliminates the risk factors associated
Right.
with the MSD.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you.
Very good presentation.
Welcome.
We're proposing that the post office eliminate the circular tubing that they sell in retail sales. Presently, we sell tubes similar to these in retail sales, and we often get them where the tubes fall out and all the material that was put in it falls out. By changing this over to triangular packaging, we will also create a niche market because nobody else makes these size containers. And as most people don't know, this is a mock-up of the ABS carrier table, and we'll show you. When you put something on there, it jams. And that's basically the same problem you have if you try to run triangular tubing on the ABS or the SPIBs. So what we have suggested is by making these different triangular packagings, these run. We've also gone down to Phoenix, who has an ABS machine, and we tested it on their machine, so we know that it will run on both the ABS and the SPIBs. The major point of savings on this would be the amount of hours that you save by not having to throw the tubes. Say if you had 7,000 tubes that were coming into your facility and you had to process them, it would take you approximately 25 hours to throw them by hand. That adds up to 175 hours a week, up to 9,100 hours a year. So those would be work hours saved. And as the number of tubes that you have to do gets larger, the number will go up. The proposal right now is we have to turn it over to marketing. We've done everything we can do with it at our level. So the next step is to turn it over to marketing. When I get back, I'm going to sit down and we have to write our proposal. The proposal then will go up. I'm waiting for some more information so we could write that up.
Yeah, looks great.
Great idea.
Any questions?
That's great. Good idea.
Yeah.
Very innovative.
Yeah, nice.
Put that together.
All right.
What we have here, we have had a group working on direction sign for contract drivers. Where we have the contract drivers are in and off the freeway here, coming into the post office here. The only thing they have is the bill of lading, which says 401 Franklin, which is the street here. 401 Franklin, we have drive that's going here, drive here, parking lots and stuff like that. What they do, the driver, the first entrance way they get to, they turn in, come in and damaging employees' cars, customer cars. We've had employee get hurt, broke his hip, driver coming up into the wrong drive. They get so far up in here and they can't back out, which just being a major street, it caused a whole lot of traffic problems. It's delaying the mail and it's unsafe condition for them. So that's what our presentation is about this evening.
So you made signs saying
We made signs.
do not enter.
Do not
Go this
enter,
way, whatever
enter
it
on
is.
Frankfurt and Bagley Street.
Okay, great.
That's what it's about.
Excellent.
Good job.
All right.
Very good.
Okay. My name's Dave Peterson. I'm from the City of Industry, PNDC, in the City of Industry, California. And our project here today is it's a modification on the bumper of a hand truck. And what it is that, as you know, hand trucks are pulled throughout the nation with electric mules. And in our facility, like any other facility, when driving down Iowa or something, we notice we have trucks